Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com here, back today with another cryptocurrency price prediction analysis and forecast video, this time on Bitcoin Cash, which has truly taken the spotlight today, and I think it's going to become a more and more of a big deal here over the next couple months, and it will definitely cause some drama, definitely be shifting things around, and I think that it's a pretty important topic, right? If you're holding cryptocurrencies, I think Bitcoin Cash is going to affect the whole market here. In the near future and for a while. So there's a couple things you have to know about Bitcoin Cash. It's a controversial cryptocurrency. It's a very controversial topic right now. And the main reason for that is because a lot of people feel like Bitcoin Cash is trying to take away the steam and money away from Bitcoin, right? And there's definitely some truth to that. Now, is that a bad thing or not? It depends on how you look at it. But I think what's pretty certain at this point is that it's going to be affecting the market, right? The altcoins, everything. And to go over kind of very quickly what Bitcoin Cash is, it's of course very similar to Bitcoin. It has the same supply and stuff like that, and shares many similarities. Now, just for anyone who doesn't know where it really differentiates itself, it tried to, of course, this is one of the first Bitcoin hard fork, and it tried to improve upon the shortfalls of Bitcoin, right? And most notably, things like the transaction speed, the congestion in the network, so decongesting the network in general, and lower fees, stuff like that. So where Bitcoin has issues right now, it really tried to fix that, and I guess seems to be doing pretty well at that, right? The mining community has also heavily backed Bitcoin Cash and is backing it more and more because of higher profitability and stuff like that. So miners kind of decide where the money goes, and that's one of the reasons. Another reason is that, there's big players in the crypto space that are starting to really back Bitcoin Cash pretty heavily here. And if that isn't enough, we have, a lot of drama going around Bitcoin with a lot of hard forks that are coming up and stuff like that, and presumably more hard forks in the future. So people are kind of losing a little bit of trust in Bitcoin, if that makes sense, right? So there's some uncertainty around Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash is, I guess, seeming a bit like a safer bet right now for some people, right? If that's true or not, it really depends on how you look at it, like I said. But I think that you can't underestimate Bitcoin Cash as of right now. That's just too dangerous, and like I said, I think it's going to be gaining some traction, so you definitely, at the very least, want to be aware of that. I'll take a quick second to give a shout out to my cryptocurrency price predictions playlist. If you want to hear my thoughts on other cryptocurrencies, definitely go check this out. I'll have a link to this in the description and in the comment section below. So, if you want to get maybe a second opinion on various cryptocurrencies, maybe some that you're looking at, definitely go check that out. Other than that, let's get right into the chart and the numbers. I'm going to go into a little bit more detailed of a technical analysis in just a second here on TradingView. But let me just give you a quick overview of what's going on. So actually, I'm just going to mention the volume here in the past 24 hours. So this is, just for today, basically. But of course, it went up massively, right? We had a true kind of a tide shift here where, if you compare the volume in between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, it does look like a lot of the money that exited Bitcoin today actually went into Bitcoin Cash, right? So that's something to notice. And we could be seeing more and more of that, which would definitely be a bit concerning. And maybe that's a good thing in the long run, but in the short term, it's gonna create some turmoil. I'm pretty convinced of that. So as far as, by the way, a lot of the money that's flowing in, I should mention, is coming from, South Korea. So the Asian markets are really, the Korean markets are really backing Bitcoin Cash pretty heavily. Now, what happened today was, Bitcoin Cash has already been going up for quite a while. And since October 25th, it really started gaining some traction. And today broke, made new all-time highs, and actually just recently broke above $1,000, right? So this is a pretty big turning point for the cryptocurrency. And coming over into the technical analysis to give you my price prediction for, the next 6 to 12 months, so for 2017 to 2018, I'm going to guide myself based on this. And first of all, I'd just like to point out kind of what happened here. So of course, it entered the market, had a bit of a bounce after dropping, and pretty much just downtrended for a while until, like I said, around October 25th, where it started climbing back up pretty drastically, right? So we have a very rounded MACD pattern, which is, you know, kind of unusual. Of course, this is because it hasn't been around for that long, and is now truly, you know, exploding to the upside. Now, it is a bit overextended right now. You do have to realize that, but, you know, right now on Bitfinex, it is actually slightly under 1,000. With that being said, though, I think that 1,000 will be the new support level. So we'll see. I might be wrong on that. Of course, you know, this whole Bitcoin Cash spike might be a fluke, but I kind of doubt it right now, especially after what we're seeing here. Yeah. So basically, if we take a look at, you know, the RSI, same thing. It's going, it's skyrocketing and is very overextended right now. But what you have to realize is we're currently above the upper Bollinger Band right now, so we'll see if we can hold above that. That's a very hard area to sustain, but obviously, you know, now that we're breaking above 1,000, we're in blue sky breakout mode pretty much. So we can kind of expect to move higher from here, and that's ultimately where I think it's going to be going. So this black line that I drew over here, this horizontal black line, corresponds, you know, to the previous all-time high, which was at $972. Like I said, we broke above that now, so that's going to be the new support level. And really, like I said, we're currently dropping a little bit below 1,000. I don't think that'll really last. I think we will hold above 1,000, and that will become, you know, major support. Probably won't really go under that. I don't see that happening, to be honest. So from here, where do I see this going in the next 6 to 12 months? Well, what you have to realize is when a cryptocurrency does this kind of breakout here, where it breaks above a previous all-time high, especially in the situation that Bitcoin Cash did it in, which is pretty particular, right? It usually goes, you know, much higher. Of course, breaking above 1,000, you know, it's not going to stay that low. It's going to move now closer and closer to 1,500. And what's even crazier about this whole thing is, you know, look at where Bitcoin Cash is right now. It keeps on climbing, currently at the third spot. With a market cap of, you know, over $16 billion, and it's coming closer and closer to Ethereum, which is really pretty crazy, right? So, you know, will Bitcoin Cash outgrow Bitcoin? You know, probably not, at least not for the time being. That would really be quite unlikely. But I think that, you know, it's gonna get closer and closer to it, and is gonna get a pretty tight ratio, right? So it depends, maybe a third or something like that. But right now, what I kind of see happening for Bitcoin Cash is moving towards 1,500, and we'll see, you know, how much traction it has if it's able to even get to those levels. But from there, you know, it's going to start climbing towards $2,000, and that would be a 100% increase, which would mean that it could very easily beat out Ethereum at that point. That, of course, depends on what Ethereum would do in the next couple of months, but it could presumably bypass Ethereum, or, you know, be slightly under it, but still have closed a major gap in between the two. And that's kind of what I see happening in the next couple months. So that's pretty worrisome, because that would mean that most likely a lot of money would have to leave Bitcoin, which would, you know, shake up the whole market and would cause, you know, some panic in the altcoin market, and would just create some fear overall. Now, like I said, this could just be a fluke. Maybe this isn't going to last, but I doubt it. I really doubt it, especially after, you know, it could have already failed previously and it didn't, right? So there's definitely kind of a change, a shift here for sure, in my opinion. Now, to give you my very, like, concrete price prediction, I think 1,500 seems pretty certain, at least a test of that in the next 6 to 12 months. But ultimately, at the end of 2018, I could see this, you know, moving up towards $2,000. And, you know, let me know what you think of that price prediction. Do you think it's ridiculous? Do you think Bitcoin Cash is going to gain, actually, you know, some major traction and is going to become a true market mover? Or do you think this is just a fluke? Do you believe in Bitcoin Cash? Do you like it? Please let me know your thoughts on this. I'd be interested to hear. Obviously, this is kind of new for everyone. And like I said, people weren't even really expecting this until just recently, where things really started to turn in favor of Bitcoin Cash, I guess, for certain players in the game, right? Especially players that, you know, really move the markets. So that's kind of a, you know, the downside of that. But let me know your thoughts on it. I'd be interested to hear what you think. Other than that, I really appreciate you watching this video. Please make sure to give it a like and subscribe But with that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. Thanks for watching.